What are you testing, Austin?
So really just hooking up to the unit, just going to check your pressures. The problem here is what's happening is how your refrigeration works. Is so your condenser gets the liquid back, and then it gets the vapor back, and then it condenses it back to a liquid, and then sends it to your evaporator coil to go through that process and get turned into a vapor and sent back to the condenser. And when all these fins aren't working together, it's not able to exert as much heat. So I'm really just going to check your levels, see how close we can get to operating, and if we can get even close, may even suggest replacing this outdoor unit, just the outdoor side, because of the damaged fins.
Yeah.
You would just need to replace this half of the unit, flush the unit, clean it out, pressure test it at like 200 psi, make sure there's no leaks or anything like that, and then get it back to operating at the levels you want. But we'll just take a quick check on it, see what we can do. I know it's not the funnest thing to do. And then sometimes I've seen people, when they do have a dog in the backyard, they put a little doggy, a little barrier, just so if they are gonna get to it, they aren't getting to this stuff. The fins, and that's the radiator there, pretty much.
Yeah, we think it was from the snow too, because I didn't shovel.
Oh.
Because I'm like, I've never noticed him pee on it until this, because normally he would go elsewhere. But the snow was so crazy this year that.
I like these homes.
Yeah, they're nice. I like living here. The man wants bigger garage.
So when you're looking at your line sets this spring, you kind of want to make sure every part of the line set on the bigger line set is insulated, as you can see. And you want to make sure that this power isn't sitting on the ground where it can get wet or it can get tripped or the dog can chew on it or anything like that. That's high voltage. So you'd want to zip tie those together. We're going to do that for these guys, make sure that it's safe this summer. But yeah, we have these sitting right here too. Probably isn't the safest. So PSI to the system. Right, so this outside condenser was flat, had no freon in it, so that kind of tells me there's a small leak. What I do to locate a leak is I would put 200 psi of nitrogen through the gauges. As you can see, as these are ticking down, we have a minuscule leak. It was as high as 220. We've lost about 40 pounds of psi, so that tells me there's a small leak. And as you can see, looks like the animal has gotten to urinating on the coil, which has damaged it and has caused the leak to happen. More than likely it's going to be in this area. We can throw some ultraviolet dye in there and take a light to it and find exactly where it is. But really in this case I would suggest replacing the outside unit due to the damage. Any other questions, Maddie?